What's the favorite part of your job?
Definitely the athletes. That's my favorite part. It's the opportunity to see them flourish and succeed and watch them become empowered to do incredible feats in athletics.
Well, my Special Olympics memory is always in my heart because it's fun. I love to competing and making new friends. Reason I do Special Olympics, I because it changes my life. It changed my size, and it changed me.
Special Olympics was founded by Eunice Kennedy Shriver on July 1968. She was concerned that children with disabilities had nowhere to play and could benefit from sport activities. It's grown since they've started. It's gotten a lot bigger, so there's more adults and kids with disabilities participating in different sports. My Special Olympics memory would have to be getting double gold and then triple gold the year after that in swimming. I just enjoy meeting new people and being able to compete in a sport that I love and that I'm really good at. The three original sports when it started were swimming, track field, and floor hockey. Swimming Special Olympics has become the largest popular sport worldwide.
And then there's our coaches that are incredible. You have to get to the competition, so maybe it's your mom and dad or your caregiver, wherever you live, those individuals that get you to the practices, that get you to the game. It's pretty mind-blowing. Everybody that needs to come together to make this program work, and everybody that does make it work, are all part of that family that we call Special Olympics, and I'm very proud to be part of that.
Favorite Special Olympics memory? I don't think I have a specific Special Olympics memory that is like my favorite. I have a lot of times where when I see athletes do things that they didn't think that they were going to be able to do, they overcome their fear of competing or just like being in the spotlight. I think those are my favorite memories from Special Olympics.
The first state that held Winter Games for Special Olympics was Maine in 1969, which was held on a small hill in Gorham, Maine, with only a handful of people.
Andrew McIver, 50-yard dash, standing long jump, and shot put.
Do you have a Special Olympics memory?
When I got gold in shot put, the first year I went up.
Yeah, when I first found out that they had a dance, I was so excited.
I guess just going there and seeing all my friends cheering me on, and that's one of my best memories.
There are 172 countries involved in Special Olympics and 5.7 million athletes that participate. This year, 2018, marks Special Olympics' 50th anniversary. When I found out I was going to San Francisco trip with Bob Diggity, I started researching Alcatraz. I became really interested in the history of the island, Well, in San Francisco, we were able to visit Alcatraz and see the history in person. Through personal photos, claymation, and historical footage, this documentary aims to teach people about the history of the island and how it started and how it became a national park. Alcatraz serves as a maximum security prison designed to hold as many as 200 soldiers. During the Civil War, military personnel increased to over 350 men. In August of 1861, Alcatraz was officially designated as a military prison. Through the late 1800s, the prison housed 100 men. 1907 to 1934, Alcatraz prison was redesigned as a Pacific Branch U.S. military prison. During World War I, the prison housed German prisoners of war. At this time, Alcatraz was considered a minimum security prison, which meant prisoners were only locked in cells at night, and during the daytime they were in class work activities. There were several escape attempts: 1912, 1916, 1972, and 1929, which latter another attempted escape through the water but never made it to shore. Some rescued and brought back to the island, others drowned. 1934 to 1963, Alcatraz Federal Prison opened. January 1st of 1934 began process of selecting warden and upgrading Alcatraz as being an escape-proof maximum security prison. They added guard towers, tool-proof steel cells reconstructed, and the locking devices operated the controls for a box to open the cell doors. In 1934, July 1st, Alcatraz officially received its first prison. 32 hard case prisoners who had been left by the Army were turned over to the Alcatraz authorities. Due to the cost, Alcatraz was too expensive for the state or federal institute. On March 21st of 1963, Alcatraz closed its doors. 27 inmates were taken off the island. Afterwards, Alcatraz was transferred to General Service Administrations in May of 1963. In October 12th of 1972, Congress created the Golden Gate National Recreation Area, and the island became part of the National Park Service. The park opened in the fall of 1973 to the public. John and Clarence Angles and Frank Morris were the prisoners who escaped from Alcatraz. John and Clarence Angles were in prison for robbery. They were brothers who robbed a bank together. Frank Morris was also in prison for a robbery of some sort. In December 1961, escape plans started to take shape.
I'm not in your job.
Get me out of here!
Yeah, you like it.
They found several old saw blades on the prison ground, stolen spoons from the cafeteria, and made a drill from a vacuum cleaner. They used these things to dig out the vent in their cell. They made a water raft out of life preservers and 50 raincoats, both donated and stolen. Dummies were made that they would later put on their beds in the cells. They piled clothes and towels for the bodies. They fabricated dummy heads out of paper mache to look like themselves.
My favorite part of Listen Up Music has to be that it gives me an opportunity to record original music, get it out there into the world, and give me a chance at being a successful musician. I've, since I joined, put out an original debut album called Unveiled.
I really enjoy live shows that we do. They're like a great chance to like be out in the community and do things like that. But I also enjoy recording here as well. So it's kind of a mix of those two, and also kind of how they connect with each other.
My favorite part of Listen Up Music is being able to work on my goals and keep practicing my song until I get better at them.
The original vision for Listen Up was to have a place where musicians of all abilities could come and practice, to write music, to record music, to play music, really try to make it as accessible as possible for anybody that loved music and really was passionate about music. A lot of times music can be a little bit almost inaccessible. You feel like you need a lot of training or you need to be able to read music in order to participate, but I believe that everybody should get to make music, and there's a lot of people that maybe haven't had the opportunities that other folks have, and they are really talented or they're really passionate about music, and basically the vision was to create a space, a recording studio, a place for people to rehearse and write, where anybody could come and experience that joy that you get from playing music, experience what it's like to write a song, to collaborate with people, and to express themselves, and also then a place too where we could share that with a bigger community. Portland has an amazing music scene, so it's been really great to see that vision through, where we're helping a lot of people become part of the Portland music scene.